Hello, this is Beth with YouTube Pagan Challenge. Question number 26, do or how do you meditate? And yes, I do meditate, sometimes more than others. Right now I'm kind of at a 5 minutes in the morning kind of thing, and if I do yoga, there's usually some kind of form of chanting and meditation at the end, or meditation at the end actually. So yes, I do. I feel like meditation is something that helps you tap into the universe and hear what you need to know. Not necessarily why you're doing the act of meditation, but in other ways. It lets you become more aware, more present. You know, it's called meditation practice, not meditation excellente or whatever. You know, it's practice to get you calm, to get you still. So when you really need that practice, you can draw upon those habits you've created by meditating. And it can be very potent. And I think too, people have this idea of like, oh God, I gotta sit down for an hour and meditate. And really, if you're just starting and you've never meditated before, doing a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes as a beginning meditation practice is going to be very powerful and can really change how you feel. And yes, you're gonna have resistance. It's pretty normal to be like, oh God, this sucks. I just want my coffee. And you have no idea how many times I sometimes think I just want my coffee, because my meditation occurs when the coffee is brewing. So I've just basically got up and did the basics, hydrated and got coffee going, and then it's meditate, and then it's coffee time. So, you know, that's why it's practice. You're going to be like, I want my coffee. I don't want to do this, but I itch and jiggly and thinking I've got to do all this. That's why it's practice. That's part of meditation. All that stuff that goes through your head. You practice your whole life to maybe get 1 second of like, yeah. It's kind of like how, like, it's that saying before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before you get really good at meditation, you got to deal with all the shit. After you get really good at meditation, you get new shit. You know, and some days you'll be in your zone, and other days it'll just, doing like even 5 minutes, will be like, oh my God. Is it over yet? Is it over yet? Part of the experience. So don't like shut yourself down when it comes to meditation just because you think you can't do it, because you can't sit still, because you can't stop thinking. That's part of the process, and using that process to become still at some point in time, or at least try to become still. I feel like starts to open up avenues that you don't get when you don't take that time to be quiet and still. Or do some form of like moving meditation. Some people do much better with that kind of thing rather than a sitting still kind of meditation. But the act needs to involve presence, of being aware of what's going on in your body, your mind. And, it's part of meditation is sitting with that presence, an awareness that you are planning your laundry, that you're thinking about the cup of coffee you want. And one of my first experiences with a really awesome yoga teacher, Susan Ann, she taught at the University of Utah. When she was my first yoga teacher, my first real life yoga teacher. And her class was geared to like giving you a taste of all the genres of yoga. And this was pre-yoga boom, so there wasn't quite as many yoga genres back then as there is now. And a lot of times, at least once during the quarter or semester, I can't remember, I had to go through the quarter semester transition. So I got both. I can't remember if it was quarter or semester. neither here nor there. But we sat for basically the 50-minute class. We sat and meditated. And I remember at one point thinking, oh God, this is so stupid. My legs are so asleep. I so don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Ugh. And I stuck with it. I just kind of stuck with it. And more than one person got up from that class and left. And at one point, after someone left, Susan Ann said that it's hard to sit with yourself. It is hard to sit still and just be, they can't take it. That's why they leave. And I kind of thought, wow, okay, I'm going to stick this out. I'm not hurting myself. My ego's coming in, basically, is what was happening. It's like, oh, this is stupid. Duh, duh, duh. And I did. I completed the class. I completed the 50 minutes of meditation. And that was probably like the longest I had ever meditated. And it's like, oh, I did that. That's pretty awesome. Forms of meditation I do range from I'm just currently sitting for 5 minutes a day in the morning. It's kind of my compromise after Dad died. I didn't actually meditate for about a month or so. And then I decided on 5 minutes. 10 minutes was just too something. It was too something at that point, too overwhelming almost. And right now I go to work at 9 as opposed to 10. So it's like 5 minutes in the morning. It's kind of like where I'm at right now. Probably in September go back to my 10 minutes. But other things I have done are 40 days. Actually, no, I did a 40-day sadhana with har meditation. And then what was the next one? I can't remember. And then I did a different one after I finished that one because I was so excited I finished a 40-day sadhana. I'd never finished one before, and I'd started I don't know how many of them. Never got past week 2 or 3. And I did 40 days. I missed one day in a row, but I added that on to the end. So I did do 40 days, only missed one. And I was like, yes, so awesome. And so I decided to do another one promptly after that. And so I hit 40 days. I thought, you know what, this is really cool. I'm going to keep going. I hit 90 days. And I said, I'm going to keep going. And then I hit 120 days. So that was pretty freaking... Did I do 90 days? No, I did 120. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Then I did a couple longer sessions and then of sadhanas of 40, about 90. I can't remember. I don't say, oh, I'm going to do the 120. I just go for the 40. And then you do your next one and then whatever. And so it's not like, oh my God, I have to reach 120 days, which seems very overwhelming if you just take it day by day and kind of ignore your days, especially when you're going for the longer ones and then you start tallying up what you're at and it's like, wow, that's going fast. So, yeah, and sometimes it involves chanting, which I think is the next question. So I'm not going to talk about chanting. Okie dokie. That, I think, pretty much covers meditation for what I'm doing right now. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.